the market with Govinder, and we're going to continue our topic here on real estate in Canada, particularly focused here on Ontario and in the GTA. And this is going to take through what's going on with the Bank of Canada, obviously take through some statistics from May, what we're seeing from buyers, what we're seeing sellers, and obviously inventory and prices. And a lot has happened here in the last week with the rest of the stock market and obviously cryptocurrency as well. If you've been listening into the news or you followed along as an investor, as we can see here, Luna crashed this week to essentially $0. Rest of the cryptocurrency along with Bitcoin, Ethereum, dived as well. And it follows a trend of what we're seeing in the stock market with a correction, and I'll show you a bit of information, obviously, where we ended this week. And if you want to read more about this, all the links will be in the description. You can obviously follow along as well. And you can see here with the Nasdaq 100 and Russell 2000 small cap ETFs have given back all of their gains from 2021 after declines of 26% and 29% respectively. That's just 2021 gains are gone, so you're starting again. Imagine a year back or 2 years almost. So a lot of correction. The market still is not stable. It looks like potentially we could be going down further, but we'll obviously play this week by week as I continue to bring this information to you. Just before we begin, I always like to say I'm a wealth manager and an advisor. This is something I research. I spend a lot of my time, energy, and working with others to make certain decisions in their life, and obviously myself being a professional, making sure I can help individuals. So if you're looking for advice, I always say to reach out to your trusted advisor, someone you trust, someone you can work with. And again, because this is a bit of my perspective, obviously the perspective of the writers and where this information I'm presenting you to. So always do your research. Always, work with someone if you feel you need that assistance. So we got here some commentary from the Bank of Canada says rates are too stimulative, but again downplays a 75 basis point hike. And this is from an article, Reuters, May 12th. And we're going to see here a few comments here. Deputy Governor Tony Greville, who was speaking to economists in Montreal, and they reiterated the same thing, that the Bank of Canada's policy rate at 1% they believe is too stimulative, giving soaring inflation, and needs to return to more neutral levels. And I'll tell you what neutral levels means quickly. An official said on Thursday, while downplaying the likelihood of a supersized increase, as I was mentioning to you, about 75 basis points. The next Bank of Canada decision is on June 1st. So, we're right now, I'm recording May 14th, so about 2 or 3 weeks here. And the decision is going to be made. As you can see, inflation in Canada hit a 31-year high at 6.7% in March. It's 12 consecutive months above the Bank of Canada's 1 to 3% control range, and triple, obviously, their 2% target. So as I've been sharing with you before, central banks, one of their main objectives is to control inflation. And they have to take action now, obviously, because inflation has been running hot for 12 consecutive months, as stated here. So that's what Bank of Canada, Bank of England has been raising rates. Federal Reserve, obviously, of the U.S. has been doing the same. Even India this week was talking about controlling inflation, and one of the ways you do control inflation is by raising interest rates, and then obviously recorrects the asset prices. That's what we're seeing in stocks, cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency can be chalked up to Luna as well, but it still plays a part. And obviously in the real estate market, which I'm going to show you some data in this article here from Move Smartly, the author here being John Pallas, who's a real estate agent, a broker in the GTA, and really looks into the data, which is why I wanted to show you this. So, May 2022 market updates, significant data changes as market cools. The slowdowns we were seeing on the ground over the past 2 months are now showing up in the numbers. And as you can see in the numbers here, or a little bit of some commentary, in the past 2 monthly reports have discussed early signs that the Toronto market is beginning to cool. And this is the first month we can see we're seeing this cool down reflected in the statistics. And the changes are significant. Look at the house prices, house sales in April are down 26% over March, the month before, a period in which sales are usually trending up because of the spring market, and average prices for low-rise suburban homes or houses have been declining over the past 2 months. House sales were down 44% on a year-over-year basis. Again, here, the average price for a house in April was $1.527 million, down from $1.679 million in February. So obviously you see the change here in price, down, but up 17% over the last year. So obviously, what's happened in the last year, prices are still up. The median house price in April was $1.348 million, down from $1.485 million in February, but up 18% over last year. So as you can see from that statistics, market prices are down compared to February, and that's when interest rates March really started kicking in, and we're seeing this is a real large trend. It's a change. Just going to see how long this change happens, because obviously it's going to go hand in hand with the Bank of Canada. So new house listings in April were down 14% over last year, but still very strong compared to previous years, while the number of houses available for sale at the end of the month or active listings at the end of the April was up 7% over last year. So obviously we're seeing inventory starting to increase at this moment. The average price for a condo in April fell. See, condos are falling it as well to 819,000, down from 840,000 in March. The average price is up 16% from last year. And the median price here for a condo was in April 750,000, so that's 16% above last year. So there's more statistics here if you're interested to really focus on the Toronto market. Again, the description or the link will be in the description. You're going to check it out. Along with, I just want to show you quickly here what's going on with inventory as mentioned, because inventory plays a very important part in terms of setting price, buyer, seller market. Think about that, supply and demand. So GTA weekly active inventory upgrade or update. Resale inventory continues to grow, and rental one increased a little as well compared to the last week. However, that's not uncommon for the beginning of the month, so next week should be a better clue. This is from a tweet from May 9th. This is from Alex. He's also data-driven, in my opinion, data-driven real estate agent. And obviously, I love showing his commentary and his data here. As you can see here, as of May 2022, we got about 14,000 listings. And you can see where the numbers been trending up. Rentals have been trending down. And rentals are obviously increased drastically in price as well, especially with inflation and just supply and demand, as you can see here. Buyers are going on the sideline. They're not choosing to buy homes, and that's obviously evident in what we're seeing in sales, sales prices, and obviously what's going on with active inventory. This next tweet here, this is Donna Becker. She's a broker. She works in the GTA as well. As you can see, she's focused on Hamilton. Again, this is a tweet from May 12th, 2022, and she's just showing us what's going on in Hamilton in terms of pricing, and I'll show you as well. So here, her commentary: for the first time since August 2020, the greater Hamilton area has broken through 1,000 residential listings. So August 2022 is just when we had come out of the first lockdown. So let me just show you these numbers here. So here we have May 2022, the active listings in Hamilton is 1,071 homes. In last year, it was 867. So we can see that this rising homes are not selling as much. As mentioned, buyers are not choosing to buy, as we can see that with the rental inventory. So I hope you appreciate me bringing you my thoughts, and obviously the thoughts of many different professionals and influencers. If you have any comments, any question, any thoughts, please do leave them below. And if you subscribe, I would appreciate that as well. So I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. The weather's fantastic, at least where we am in the GTA. So enjoy yourself, and we'll talk real soon. Thank you so much.